Hello, Barbara Nicolato here with another installment of Talk Crafty to Me, Things We Can Do with Mica Powder. Part 3 will show you how to paint with mica powder and how to create an awesome metallic surface finish. I hope our short videos will encourage you to try some of these techniques. I'm going to start out with a piece of turquoise cardstock, and I'm going to use my anti-static tool as I would normally when I would be using embossing powder. I'm going to use my Versamark onto my stamp, and the stamp I've selected is a Toadlage, a Lavinia stamp. I'm going to stamp this onto the turquoise cardstock, make sure it adheres nicely. And I'm going to be embossing it with a fine gold embossing powder by Wow. You'll see it listed in the materials below this video. I'm going to use my heat tool to melt the embossing powder, and as you can see, I do it from the front and the back. Now I'm going to prepare my mica to be used as a painting medium. So I am putting a little bit of water, which already has a little mica gum mixed in with it. And this is to be used as a fixative for the mica so that it doesn't rub off easily. And then I'm going to add a little pinch of sweet poppy mica powder in the color Apple. In this next little section, I'm adding Sweet Poppy Mica Powder Gold Pearl. And then I'm going to make sure that I mix them well. When that's ready, I can just start painting with the mica watercolor. So I'm going to do the roof with the apple color and the hut itself with the gold pearl. You can let this dry naturally, which will take a minute or two, but I chose to use my heating tool. And when I finished, I actually fussy cut out the little lodge and set it aside to be used later. Now I'm going to create a metallic finish on this background, which I have already inked up at a previous time. I'm adding Sweet Poppy Mica Gold Pearl with a dry brush over the top. And then I'm going to tap off any excess, brush off any excess, and it leaves a beautiful, awesome shine that looks like metal. The next thing I did is I chose an embossing folder that I happen to have, and I ran it through my embosser, and it just added that extra richness. It almost looks like a colored piece of glimmery metal here. Now I'm going to put together some of the pieces I've created in part 2 and in part 3 to actually make the card. So I've glued down the background for it, and that's the sentiment that I created in part 2. Then I'm using foam squares to prop up the lodge. And now I'm just making sure that everything is securely affixed. So we've finished a card using micas in painting, in a metallic background, and in doing sentiments with a bonding powder. If you've liked this video, please click like, and please visit us at delbellosdesigns.com. If you haven't already done so, please consider joining our Facebook groups also. They are listed here. Thank you for watching.